It's not the first time that the world has talked about the Jewish problem or the Jewish question. The first time was during the 19th century. Um, Karl Marx wrote a book, a short essay called Zur Judenfrage on the Jewish question. The Jewish question began in the 19th century with Napoleon emancipating the Jews. Napoleon then conquered Europe, and he spread the emancipation of the Jews throughout basically every country that he conquered. The emancipation of the Jews meant that the Jews were no longer to be confined to ghettos, that they were going to be on an equal status with everyone else. What followed over the period of the 19th century was a series of revolutions. The beginning was, of course, the French Revolution that led to Napoleon's emancipation of the Jews. And then you had the Revolution of 1830, 1848, 1870, and so on up to the Bolshevik Revolution. Okay. After the Revolution of 1848, a man by the name of Wilhelm Marr was completely disillusioned with the failure of that revolution. He was angry at the Jewish role, the role that the Jews played in the revolution in Hamburg. He felt that the Jews betrayed the revolution in Hamburg, and he ended up writing a book called Der Sieg des Judentums über das Christentum. This is the man who created the term anti-Semite. Wilhelm Marr was a revolutionary. He hated the church. He wanted a new way to talk about Jews. He didn't want to talk about them in any type of religious way. He was also living in a world where everyone was talking about biology as the determinative factor in life. And so he created a term called anti-Semitism, which basically meant that the Jews had DNA that controlled their behavior and made them antisocial. This is the classic definition of anti-Semitism. If this is what anti-Semitism is, then I am not an anti-Semite. I have to say this all the time. I do not believe that there is any type of biological determination that controls Jewish behavior. I believe that the Jews have free will just like everyone else in this world. So my entry into this issue came in around 2003. I had edited a magazine for almost 30 years at that point, and suddenly I watched the United States being dragged into a war in the Middle East that was against the interest of the people of the United States by a group of people known as neoconservatives. Neoconservatives were people. The father of neoconservatism was a man by the name of Irving Kristol. He was a Trotskyite in the 1930s, and he was a conservative in the 1990s. What I realized was that political definitions could not define neoconservatism. Everyone knew that it was a Jewish political movement. Everyone knew that the United States was being dragged into war because of Israel, for the benefit of Israel. And no one was allowed to say anything. No one was allowed to talk about Jews, because over this period of time, anti-Semitism, the term anti-Semitism had expanded basically to what is the current definition. Okay, the current definition is anyone who criticizes a Jew is an anti-Semite.